And we are back, and we are just getting our second conversation for this morning started, and we're shifting gears, and we are speaking with representatives from the Belize Companies and Corporate Affairs Registry, and they're going to be talking all about the work they do. And for joining us for this discussion this morning, we have Santiago Gonzalez, who is the Deputy Registrar with the Companies and Corporate Affairs Registry. We also have Patricia Rodriguez, who is the Senior Registry Officer. And we also have Yuri Alpuche, who is a consultant from the registry. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. We definitely appreciate your office coming in and talking to the public a little bit about the work that you do. So why don't we start with Santiago, and you can tell us or give us a brief introduction to the Companies and Corporate Affairs Registry and what are some of the responsibilities of the registry.
Hi, good morning. Basically, I just want to clarify something. One of the topics that the topic that we really want to show out there is the transformation journey. The Belize Companies Registry was transformed from the AG Ministry to the Ministry of Finance sometime in around August or September. From that point, Mr. Claude Haler from the IFSC was appointed the registrar. Then I was appointed deputy. The main reason for this is that I am the deputy of the International Business Companies Registries, and we wanted to actually pass on some of the knowledge that we had to the local registry. So this is basically a transformation journey. At the registry, we do companies formation, we do business formation and LLP. But what we are pushing right now is just to advise the public on all the changes that we have done. Mm-hmm. We have digitized our files. We have also done a lot of work so that you could actually send your request via email. So for us, this is one of the main topics that we would like to touch.
Yeah. So, you identified one major change there, which was the change of the ministry that you would fall under. But you say that there's also a transformation of the system itself. Let's talk about why it was necessary and what are the steps.
The main reason that it was necessary because of the backlog. It would take so long for you to get a document or business registration. So that was the main need. At the moment, we have it from about 2 weeks to, on some service, to within 24 hours. And we are able to do this because we have digitized the files. Yuri from Elevate has been in charge of that section of the project that we actually have digitized all the files at the local registry.
Yeah. Yuri, let's talk about that. It's such an important part. I know when we talk about the ease of doing business, being able to access things like your business registry is so critical. And, it's been notorious for a long wait as well.
Thank you, Marlene. Before we went and started the digitization project, we had to do a holistic view of how the registry operates as is. Yeah. And when we assessed the registry, we saw that over 90% of their procedures were handled manually, and mainly because the registry was heavily paper-based, meaning that everything they handle physical files. So if you come in to request a service other than incorporation, let's say you want to file an annual return, the staff member would need to go look for your file. And in some cases, they can't find it because some other person may have requested another service for that same company and it's on someone's desk. So there was no way to really control the flow of files in that regard, and also it impacted processing time. So when we were assessing everything and trying to figure out how we can bring about quick, big impacts at the registry, with minimum financial resources, I mean,
Yeah.
we are in difficult times, right? So we have to spend money wisely. So we came up with the digitization project, and this project actually was supported by Compete Caribbean. So they did help fund a big part of it. And digitization basically is taking the hard copy files and digitizing it. So you're digitizing data.
Yeah.
In this case, we were digitizing the registry's 250 files, and that incorporated over 18,000 files. And we not only digitize them, but we put them in a system called DocuWare that allows the staff to easily pull up files based on a company number, based on a company name, or based on the shareholders.
Yeah.
So all these fields were predefined before we went in to digitize the file. So that was an important step to take our time with and plan out before we implemented the project. Today, the staff works with digital files on a daily basis. So now their processing time per service reduced from 7 to 10 days to now 3 days, and in some cases 24 hours, just depending on the type of service that you're requesting.
And that covers some of the existing files. But what about new registrations?
So procedures have been set to now, this is the way they work. They no longer handle physical files. The public is still bringing in physical files, but the procedure is to scan and put that into the system immediately.
Okay.
And are there other new features to your digitization? Such, I know that one of the other changes has been to the website as well.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning. Yeah, that is one of the digital tools that has been implemented to assist us with this transformation journey. It entails all of our checklists for the different services that we offer, the business name, companies, LLPs. You can see all the requirements there. It has all our forms for the business name. We even recently implemented a name search engine on the website wherein you can actually conduct your name availability before you hand in your application, and it's really user friendly. We've also started this Go Online to Beat the Line campaign, which in we're pushing for you to file these emails using the email services. And our turnaround time, we are trying our very best to cut down the time in certain services for within 24 hours.
Yeah. Tell us more about this Beat the Line campaign. Who are you asking to use the online services?
The public at large.
Okay. So anyone can use the online access to be able to
Yes.
get, okay. Is it easy to maneuver if I don't know too much about working online?
It's very user friendly, like I had mentioned. Yes.
I'd just like to mention that all the forms, there are fillable forms. So it is user friendly. And you're right, we're advising all the public, instead of catching a bus or paying someone to go all the way to Belmopan to do your stuff, you could actually do it from home or your office. If you have any requests on a Saturday, Sunday, you could actually submit this request, and first thing Monday morning, we will answer you. We will, if everything is right, we would give you your procedures, to deposit this amount at our Atlantic Bank account. From there, it is very easy to do.
So the online system has been set up, and as we're seeing there, you have the complementary systems to be able to make your payments online. What are some of the other things in the pipeline?
So the vision is to transform the registry into a fully digital registry.
Okay.
And digitizing the files and improving services and improving access to information via the website is a key and foundational step to get there. And of course, this goes hand in hand with training and upskilling the staff, so teaching them how to work differently. And they have been adopting and embracing all of that and been doing quite well. It also entails teaching the public how to use this service. So the public is learning how to fill in the forms on their own. And we uploaded videos and we uploaded sample forms. We are aware that there are people that may not have access to the internet or a computer or struggle with following, the requirements that are listed on the website. So another thing is to partner with the local municipalities perhaps and see how they can play a role in helping their people in their municipalities to access the services from their office. So all of these things are things that don't cost a lot, can be implemented quite quickly, and has a big impact on the ground. So that is where we are right now in the journey. And we will continuously work our way towards becoming fully digital, meaning having a fully automated system for internal services and external services. So that is the journey that we are on.
And have you seen a lot of people who have wanted to take advantage of the newer systems, and have you received any feedback?
Of course. So in any change, it's important to measure the benefits. So are you truly achieving any benefits, or are you truly delivering value? And what we did from the very beginning, we issued surveys to the public to ask them, how has it been? How long does it take for you to receive a response or your documents back? And in November 2020, when we initially issued that survey, about 30% said they accessed the services of the registry via email. When we surveyed that group again in March 2021, over 70% said that now they access the services via email. So it means a few things. It means that, well, one, more people are now aware. Two, more people are trusting and are happy with the service. And that the registry is truly delivering value through this service.
So let's talk about how it has changed the day-to-day work that you're doing there at the office.
Pat?
Yeah.
Well, for one thing, the email service, I must say at the very beginning, like Ms. Yuri had mentioned, that we were really heavily paper-based, and with digitizing these files, it has assisted us immensely with dealing with the public. There's no need for us to be getting those files anymore. Hence, the public, they don't need to be waiting long in front of us to be checking their files. And I need to mention here that one of the other digital tools that we've implemented is the digital kiosk, which the persons, they can actually make appointments with us to come in and view our files using a computer, actually viewing it digitally. Yes, that is one of the tools that we've implemented. You can do that here in Belmopan, at our office here in Belmopan, and in Belize City. So big improvements.
Yeah, definitely. It'll make the process a lot easier for people. Santiago, looking at the overall transformation, and of course, I guess these are the first steps. Talk to us about how this will improve overall, just the work of the registry itself, and of course, how it benefits the users as well.
Well, yes, Marlene, like I said, this is just the first step in our journey. And the way I see it, this is definitely for the whole country, for the ease of doing business. Imagine, I can give you an example. Someone from Corozal wants to register a business name or a company. They could actually just email it to us, all the documentation, what payment has been made. They will be contacted and said, your document is ready. Would you like to pick it up in Belmopan or in Belize City? Yeah. So you could see these simple steps, it's cutting down the turnaround time. So I can see that we are playing a very important role with the ease of doing business and with the recovery of the country, because as you're aware, we're the first step.
Yes, of course. And you know, nobody likes dealing with turnaround time. But my question is, how do you ensure that you're doing due diligence, especially when it's an online system? What's the check and balances in place?
Well, yes. This is it's basically what we did. It's the same procedure that when you walk in, it's the same procedure as online. One of
Okay.
the things that we request is a cover letter,
Okay.
basically from whatever form that you're working for. We need that, a signed cover letter. All the documents must be signed, and all the same documentation that we request from you when you walk in. It's the same request with your IDs.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, I mean, you have access to other systems to cross-check these things as well.
Well, we actually cross-check if we have any documentation from you.
Okay.
We do a cross-check. What I just want to mention that when we're saying the digitize of files, I think you pointed on that. It's a system, DocuWare. Yeah, it is not a registry system. It's just for the files. It's not something that this is where we're gonna go. We will get a registry system, a fully online registry system.
Yeah.
Some of these things we will be able to contact maybe Social Security, BTS. This is what we're thinking then. This is
Yeah.
our goal.
To have an integrated platform, that's what I was asking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And have there been any challenges that you've had so far in implementing some of these new measures?
Yes. Like in everything else, when you're implementing thing, one of the first challenges when I got there, it was actually the buy-in from the staff. And even personally, I had to take a step back since, the registry in Belize City has been doing this in 2007. We're fully digital from 2014. So one of the most important things was to get the buy-in from the staff. And, I can say that they have been very good. They are fully on board. And now what we need to do is actually get the buy-in from the public.
Yeah.
So that's part of the main challenges that we have had.
Yeah. And Patricia, from your perspective, since you interface with people, what's the reaction? Do you have people who are happy to have it online and people who are hesitant? Is it a mix of both?
I would honestly say it's a mix of both.
Okay.
But again, it's because, they are used to accessing our services a certain kind of way, and when we're implementing something new, there's always people that will hesitate,
Yeah.
But once we've explained to them the benefits of using this online thing, one of the main benefits is the cost. People have to travel to our office, and by filing online, you no longer have to incorporate that traveling fee. Or some people that would come from San Pedro, they used to spend it overnight, and now you no longer have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they are excited.
For sure. And, speaking of, going back to speaking about the way forward, I know that, of course, a lot of the procedures and a lot of the requirements that are, that the registry does, it's set out, are regulated through legislation and, a lot of regulations and things like that. And I would imagine that moving forward, there's going to have to be some amendments and some adjustments and things moving forward to fully accommodate a lot of these new changes. And is that also something that a process that you are looking at or involved with?
Yes, we're actually with it, and thank you for bringing that up because, with everything that we have been changing, some of the investments that we're doing, actually there would be some fee adjustments. To give for example, for an incorporation, it's almost like $590 something to incorporate a company. We are actually bringing that down to $300. But also in that sense, some of the other fees will increase. And with that increase, we will also change some of the procedures. And one of the main ones that would change is that whenever you submit something to the registry, you presently you would have to ask for a certified copy so you can get a copy. What was in the pipeline is that when the fees increase, whenever you request something, the registry in return will seal one of those documents and give it back to you as proof that you actually submitted this.
So the other step I hear you saying quite a few times, which is, I guess, a great opportunity here. You spoke of being able to kind of set the direction, getting the buy-in, kind of ensuring that the team there was also on board and shifting to the digital system. Now it's getting the public engaged. What are the steps that you're taking to be able to ensure that people know how to access the system and what to do?
Well,
Right. So
go ahead, Yuri.
in terms of communication and awareness,
Yeah.
Marlene, the team is doing a few things. They've started stakeholder meetings since last year. So entities like the chamber, the Ministry of Local Government, the Belize Tax Department, the Central Bank of Belize. These are entities that we thought we should have reached out to from the onset to let them know what the plans were and are, and how we can perhaps collaborate. Other things was the launching of the website, creating posters, and have those installed at the registry,
Okay.
emailing the posters to other entities as well to share. Soon the registry will be launching their Facebook page because they've realized that this is really a platform that a lot of people go to for information. So it's important that they're present on this platform.
Yeah.
We did recording of, we did a few interviews with capturing the perspectives of the staff and capturing the perspective of the clients and users of the registry. So you will be hearing from them how they feel about the changes and what their experience has been. And those videos will be launched pretty soon on the registry's YouTube channel, and of course shared on their website and Facebook page. As well as the publishing of this case overview that we're discussing this morning. So we thought it was important to capture the journey and capture the data that's telling the story and showing the actual change in numbers with the public and with others so that they can may perhaps learn as well or replicate something if they thought it was important and something that they can do in their organization.
Well, we are quickly running out of time, unfortunately. Would perhaps Santiago, if there are any final messages that you'd like to leave with the public before we do close?
Yes, the main thing is to the public, we need your assistance. We have the email services and, go online to beat the line. It's something that we cannot do without the public. As much as we try to transform the registry office, if the public does not help us, so that would be my main point.
All right. Well, I think anytime we talk about ease of access, that's always especially if you are shortening the delay time or turnaround time for important processes, we're moving in the right direction. Thank you for letting us know what you've been doing, and we definitely look forward to hearing more and helping you to educate the public along the way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Okay.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking to the newest podcaster in town. He's a familiar face to us, and he's going to be telling us all about his podcast called The Blind Spot. Please stay tuned.